All right, welcome everyone to the 135 community. We appreciate you able to come to this webinar tonight and to learn about the 135 donation process. And bear with me as I'm still learning these controls to this web service here. All right. Okay. Hello, my name is Brian Frazier, and I will be your presenter here for the 135 community. I'd like to thank everyone for coming. And again, this call will be recorded, and so you'll be able to get this recording, and I'll show you how you can get that later on, right after the presentation. The 135 community was developed just a few weeks ago, probably about three and a half weeks ago, and it was put together because we wanted to have a way to build a virtual community to be able to rid ourselves of debt and to get rid of poverty. Those are our main missions here at 135 community. And so we're looking for people that want to do the same thing. Get rid of debt and eradicate poverty. We feel that if we can come together as a community, then we can do that ourselves instead of waiting for government or corporations to do that for us. We don't need anyone to do anything for us. We can do it ourselves. And so what we want to do is we want to come together with a unique process that will help us to be able to work together and put ourselves in a position to where we can eradicate poverty and get rid of debt within our communities. It's going to take special people to do that. And so if you've been invited here tonight to take a look at this process, then someone thought very highly of you to have you take a look at this process. This process is a little different than what most people have ever seen. The concept is not new. It's an old concept, but the process is new. And so it's going to take a little getting used to. It may take you a minute to grab the whole structure of it, and it's going to take special people to be able to take this process through its fruition. So I really encourage you to pay attention to this. It's very unique, and I hope it can resonate with you in your spirit. Now, the one thing I want you to try to get out of your mind is to not to worry about money as we go through this process. Even though we're going to be talking about money, I don't want you to focus on the money, if you kind of get what I'm saying. You know, we're going to be showing some money into this process, but I don't want people to get too involved in the money part of it. I want to try to shift your mentality a little bit into a community mentality. This is going to be all about community. This is going to be a community-based process. All right? So this whole call is going to be something different. If you're a networker, or you've been in gifting platforms before or anything like that, okay, well, you're going to have the basics of what we're going to talk about. But we're going to shift your mentality a little bit as we go through this process. And so I would just want you to be prepared for that if you've never seen this before, if you're new to this. We want to take the 135 community and we want to grow it in such a way that we want to grow it in such a way that everyone that's in it is in control. There's no one that controls the community. We collectively control the community. All right? And that's the type of mindset that we want to be in as we go through this process. So that's why I say it's going to be a little different. It's going to take special people to go through this process. And you're going to hear me say certain words over and over again. You're going to hear me say honesty, integrity, commitment, and discipline. And that's going to be the prevailing theme throughout this process, because that's truly what it's going to take. Because whenever people are in control of something, it takes a whole different mindset, because we're not really used to being in control. We're used to people, telling us what we should do and how we should do things. And we're used to following instructions. And following instructions is not bad. But when you're in control of whatever process and the instructions that you're following, that takes a different kind of mentality. And you're going to see what I mean here as we go through. Okay? So I'm just prepping you for what you're about to see if you've never seen this before. And again, for those of you that just came in, this call is being recorded. All right, so I just want you to know that. And I will be letting you know how you can get the recording of this call tonight. Now, let's go through the process and show you what's happening here. The first part of this process is what we call the Family Dollar donation. The only thing that you need to get involved with this is a $1 donation. So you bring $1 and you're going to want to get 3 people that you can invite into this process who can donate $1. That's it. This is a very, very simple process. It's a very, very easy process. But just as simple and as easy as this process is, it's just as easy to mess this up. And I really, really want to emphasize that. It is going to be very easy to mess this up. Okay? So, that's why it's going to take all of your attention to be able to go through this process. And it's going to take all the attributes that I just named to go through this process to its fruition, to reach the goal that you're trying to reach in this process. And you notice that I'm calling this a process. This is not a platform. This is not some website that you have to log into. It is just a process. All right? And so this process depends on you being able to follow the process. That is it. Having $1 to start with to donate to the person that invited you, and bring in 3 people that you can invite that can donate $1 to you. You can't get any simpler than that. Okay? Now, the other part of this is we will only donate on Mondays and Thursdays of each week. Mondays and Thursdays of each week. There's not a lot of rules in this. All right? There's not a lot of parameters. that you have to go by. The only thing that we really want to emphasize as we go through this process is that you want honesty, integrity, and be committed to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty. And most of all, discipline to go through the process. All right? Now, before I get started real quick, let me make sure if you have any background noise, please make sure that your mic, if you're on the computer, there's a little microphone that you can click to mute your microphone. If you're on the phone, you want to make sure that you're muted on your phone. All right? I want to try to have a clear call. All right. So with the Family Dollar donation, which is the first part of this process, you want to have $1 that you want to donate to the person that invited you. And you want to start thinking about bringing and inviting 3 people into the process that will donate $1 to you. All right? We donate on Mondays and Thursdays of each week only. The reason why we do that is to keep everything organized. Keep it organized on Mondays and Thursdays. Now, so let's say you came in today. Today is Thursday. So you came in today and you gave your $1 to the person that invited you today. Okay? That puts you into the process. Now, so now what you want to do is the next donation day, which will be Monday, you want to make sure that you can invite 3 people to the process on Monday. And you want those 3 people to donate $1 to you. So as we go through the process here, we have 3 people that are donating $1 to you. And this starts your first donation day, which is going to be on Monday. Since you got in today on Thursday and you donated $1 to the person that invited you, now on Monday, that will start your first donation day where 3 people will donate $1 to you. And so as you bring in those $3 from $1 from each one of those 3 people, you have $3. Now what you'll do on Monday is you'll take $2 out of that $3 and you'll donate that to the person that invited you. And now you keep that $1 and now you have your $1 back. That makes sense? So now you literally have no money into the game at all. In this process, you've literally gotten your dollar back. So understand, money is no issue in this process. Money is no issue in this process. And we liken it to taking a penny and doubling a penny every day for 30 days. If you take a penny and you double it every day for 30 days, it will astound you the amount of money that you will accumulate just by doubling a penny every day for 30 days. That means you have a penny today. Tomorrow you have 2 pennies. The next day you add 4 more pennies. The next day you add 8 more pennies, and so on and so forth. And if you do that on a calculator, you will end up with $5.3 million at the end of 30 days. Now, I know that sounds almost impossible if you've never seen that before, but I encourage you to do that on a calculator. It will blow your mind. Okay? That is what you call compounding. Compounding, something that Albert Einstein came up with called compounding. It is powerful. And so we're going to put that into effect into this process. But instead of compounding the money, we want to compound people. And so therefore, money is no issue in this process. The real thing that we're dealing with in this process is people, as you'll see. So on your first day, you invited 3 people who donated $1. You took in 3. You donated $2 to the person that invited you. You kept $1. Now you have your dollar back. In the casino, they call that playing with house money now. Okay? So now, on the second donation day, because remember, only Mondays and Thursdays are the donation days. So on the second donation day, your 3 people that you invited, they now have brought in 3 people. They invited 3 people. They've got $1 from their 3 people. And now they're going to send you $2. So they're going to donate $2 each to you. That's going to accumulate $6. You're going to take $4 out of that $6, and you're going to donate that to the person who invited you. Now you keep $2, and now you've accumulated $3 in the process. Okay? In the first 2 donation days. You've got $3. So now that you've done this, and this is the very first week in the donation process, you've done this, you've got $3. So now at this point, what you want to do is you want to upgrade to what we call the $3 cash tripler. It's the cash tripler part of the process. So now you take the $3 that you have and you donate that to your inviter. Now you've entered into the cash tripler. So now you're in the $1 donation, and now you're also in the cash tripler, a $3 cash tripler. So now you're in 2 different processes at the same time. Okay? Now, on your third donation day, the 3 people that you invited, they now will send you $4 each, which now you accumulate $12. You're going to take $8 and you're going to donate that to the person that invited you. Now you're going to keep $4 for yourself, and now you've accumulated altogether $7 in this $1 process. But now the third donation day in the $1 process becomes the first day in the cash tripler process. So in the cash tripler process, just as you did, the 3 people that invited you, they now send you $3 in the cash tripler process, which is a total of $9. You're going to take $6 and you're going to donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $3. Now you've got your $3 back that you originally donated in the cash tripler. That now you've accumulated $10 to this point in the process. Right? Very easy stuff, very simple stuff. Now, the next donation day, which is the 4th donation day, the 3 people that you invited, they now are going to send you $8 each, totaling $24. Now you're going to take 16 of that 24 and you're going to send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $8 for yourself. Now you've accumulated $15 within the $1 process, which now you've accumulated throughout the whole process thus far, $18. $18. Now the 4th day of the $1 process becomes the 2nd day of the cash tripler. And now your 3 people that you invited are now sending you $6 each in the cash tripler. That's $18 that you receive. That's $12 that you're going to send to your inviter. And you're going to keep $6 for yourself. Now you've accumulated just in the cash tripler $9 now. So in total you've received $24. Okay? That's just in 2 different processes. $24. Now, at this point, you will now take $5 and you will enter into the $5 freedom process. You'll take $5 and enter into the $5 freedom process. So now, by this time, you're in 3 different processes: the $5 freedom, the cash tripler, and the $1 donation process. All right? Very simple stuff. Now, all you did was start out with $1, one time out of pocket. That's it. And now you've come to 3 different processes. Remember, there's no money to lose at this point. You have no money to lose. Everything that you receive now is what you gain. So now we go to the next donation day, the 5th donation day in the $1 process. In the 5th donation day in the $1 process, your 3 people now are going to donate to you $16 each. That's $48 that you receive. You're going to take $32 of the $48 and you're going to donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $16 for yourself, and now you've accumulated $31. Okay, $31 just in the $1 process. So to this point now, you've accumulated $40. $40. So the 5th day of the $1 process is also the 3rd day in the cash tripler. And in the cash tripler, these 3 people that you invited are now donating to you $12 each in the cash tripler. That's $36 that you receive. You're going to take $24 of that and donate it to your inviter. You're going to keep $12. And now, at this point, you've accumulated $18 just in the cash tripler, which brings your total up to $52. But now the 3rd day in the cash tripler is the 1st day in the $5 freedom, that you're going to receive a donation from the 3 people that you invited of $5 each. That's $15. You're going to take $10 of that, donate it to your inviter. You're going to keep $5. So now you got your $5 back, giving you a total of $57 that you have. I hope this makes sense to you. We're going to try to keep this as simple as possible. We have 3 different processes that we're in. The only thing that you ever had to come up with was $1, one time, out of pocket. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's all anybody has to do, is $1, one time, out of pocket. We got to make sure that we're dealing with honesty here, integrity, and we're committed to wiping out debt and poverty in our communities. And so we want to stay disciplined to this process as much as we possibly can. Okay? So now the next donation day 6 in the $1 process, your 3 people now are going to donate $32 to you for a total of $96. You're going to take $64 of that and you're going to donate that to the person that invited you. You're going to keep $32 for yourself, which gives you $63 just in the $1 process. At this point now, you've accumulated $89. $89 to this point. And all anyone ever did was just put $1 into this process. That's it. So money is no issue here. No issue at all. We're not even worried about the money. Only thing we're worried about is following the process. Okay? Following the process. If we follow the process, the money comes. Right? So now the 6th day in the $1 donation is also the 4th day in the cash tripler. So in the cash tripler, the 3 people that you invited now donate $24 each to you. All right. That's $72 that you receive. You're going to take $48 and you're going to donate that to your inviter. You'll keep $24 for yourself. That's a total of $42 that you've accumulated just in the cash tripler. That's a total of $113 that you've accumulated to this point. But now the 4th donation day in the cash tripler is the second donation day for the $5 freedom. And the 3 people now are donating to you $10 each. That's $30. You're going to take $20, donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $10, and now you've accumulated $15 in the cash, in the $5 freedom. That's a total of $123 that you've accumulated to this point. Okay? All it took was $1, one time, out of pocket. We're dealing with honesty, integrity, and we're committed to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty. And as we follow this process, we want to be as disciplined to this process as possible. All right? Now, the next donation day 7, remember, is always on Mondays and Thursdays when we do the donations. Okay, Mondays and Thursdays. So on the 7th donation day, your 3 people now are donating to you $64 each. That's $192 that you're taking in. You're going to take $128 and you're going to donate that to your inviter. $64 you're going to keep. Now you've accumulated $127 just in the dollar process. You've accumulated $187 to this point. You're in 3 different processes, $187. And all anyone ever did was come out of their pocket with $1. We have no money to lose here. Nobody's losing anything in this process. Now, the 7th donation day in the $1 process is the 5th donation day in the cash tripler. So now the 3 people are now donating to you in the cash tripler $48 each. That's $144 that you take in. That's $96 that you're going to send to your inviter, and you're going to keep $48 for yourself. Now you've accumulated $90 in the cash tripler by itself. That's a total of $235 that you've accumulated thus far. But now the 5th donation day in the cash tripler is the 3rd donation day in the $5 freedom, and the 3 people are now donating to you $20 each in the $5 freedom. That's $60. You're going to take $40. You're going to send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $20 for yourself, and that's $35 that you've accumulated, totaling $255 altogether. $1, one time, out of pocket. That's all it took. Finding 3 people that you can work with. See, keep in mind with this process, you're only dealing with the person that you're sending donations to and the 3 people that's sending donations to you. That's all you're dealing with. That's all you got to keep up with. And all anyone is coming out of their pocket with is $1. Okay. So now we go to donation day 8 in the $1 process. On the 8th donation day in the $1 process, the 3 people are now donating to you $128 each. That's $384. You're going to take $256 from that and donate it to your inviter. You're going to keep $128 for yourself, and you're going to accumulate $255 just in the $1 process. That's a total of $383 now that you've accumulated. You see what's happening here? This is a compounding effect of people. And only thing anybody has ever put into this is $1. So money is not the issue. Okay? Money is not the issue. On the 8th donation day of the $1 process, it's the 6th donation day in the cash tripler. So now the 3 people are donating to you $96 each in the cash tripler. That's $288 that you receive. You're going to take $192 and donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $96 for yourself. That's $186 now that you've accumulated just in the cash tripler. You're over $479 thus far. $479. So now the 6th donation day in the cash tripler is the 4th donation day in the $5 freedom process. Your 3 people now donating $40 to you in the $5 freedom. That's $120. You're going to take $80 of that, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $40 for yourself. Now you've accumulated $75 in the $5 freedom process. That's $519 altogether from a $1 one-time out of pocket. This is unbelievable. See, that's why I say this takes a certain mentality now. All right? Because without honesty, without integrity, and without commitment.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Can you click mute?
Unmuted.
Yeah, make sure you click mute. Okay. All right, there you go.
Hello?
Yes.
Muted.
Can you hit mute?
Yes.
You gotta echo. You gotta hit mute. If you're on the phone, just hit *6 on your phone if you're on the phone. Hold on a second. Okay, let's see. All right, I think that's good. I think you got it. Thank you. All right. Okay. So that's $519 in the whole total process so far. All right. And so we definitely need honesty, integrity, and commitment to getting rid of debt and eradicating poverty with this process. And we're trying to stay as disciplined as we can throughout this process. All right, so now let's go to donation day 9. We're exactly 1 month and a day, 1 month and a half into this process. 1 month and a half into this process. So on the 9th day of the $1 donation, your 3 people are now donating to you $256 each. That's $768 that you're taking in. That's $512 you're going to send to your inviter. So you're going to keep $256 for yourself. Now you've accumulated $511 just in the dollar process. That's a total of $775 that you've accumulated thus far. And remember, nobody has put more than $1 into this process. So that's why I said earlier, money is no issue here. We can just forget about the money, okay? Let's just make sure everybody follows the process. That's the key. That is the key. That's where we want to keep our focus on, following the process, because money is no issue. All right? So now the 9th day in the $1 process is the 7th day in the cash tripler. So now your 3 people is donating to you $192 each. That's $576. You're now going to take $384 of that, and you're going to donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $192 for yourself. That's $378 now that you've accumulated in the cash tripler. That brings your total to $967 from a $1 one-time out of pocket. I don't know where else you can do that. Now the 7th day of the cash tripler is the 5th day of the $5 freedom process. The The 3 people are now donating to you $80 each. That's $240. You're going to take $160 and donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $80 for yourself. That's $155 you've accumulated just in the $5 freedom process. That takes you over $1,000 to this point. $1,047. See, honesty, integrity, and commitment is what it's going to take. And be as disciplined as you can to this process. So now we go into the 10th day of the $1 process. We go on 5 weeks. This is the 5th week. We're at the end of the 5th week. And the 3 people that you invited, they're now donating to you $512. That's $1,536. I mean, $1,536 that you're taking in. And all anybody's doing is $1. You take $800 of that, donate it to your inviter, and you keep $736 for yourself. Now you've accumulated $1,247 in just the $1 process. Just the $1 process. That's $1,783 that you've accumulated in just 5 weeks. 5 weeks is not a long time. 5 weeks. Now the 10th day of the $1 process is the 8th day in the cash tripler. Your 3 people are now donating to you in the cash tripler $384 each. That's $1,152 you take in. You're going to take $600 of that and donate it to your inviter. You're going to keep $552. That gives you $930 that you've accumulated just in the cash tripler. That's a total of $2,335 to this point. The 8th day in the cash tripler is the 6th day in the $5 freedom. Now your 3 people are donating $160 each. That's $480 that you take in. $320 goes to your inviter, and you're going to keep $160. That's $315 that you've accumulated just in the $5 freedom process. That's $2,495 that you've accumulated in 5 weeks. Where are you going to do that at? See, this is compounding at its finest. This is building a community of people working together. See, we don't have to depend on no government or no corporations if we just work together, right? There's no platforms to go to, no websites to go to. We just follow the process. That's all we're doing. Honesty, integrity, and we're committed to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty in our community, as long as we stay disciplined to the process, right? Now, the 11th donation day, okay, this is 5 weeks, 5.5 weeks into this. The 3 people now are donating to you $800 each. That's $2,400 you're taking in. You're going to take $1,000 and donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $1,400. You've accumulated $2,600, $2,647 just in the dollar process. That's $3,895 that you've accumulated to this point. And all anybody ever put into this process was $1, one time, out of pocket. Incredible. I hope you're seeing what's going on here. We're building a community of people helping each other. What can this do to a community if you did this in your community? The 11th day of the process, in the $1 process, becomes the 9th day in the cash tripler. So now your 3 people are donating to you $600 each. That's $1,800 you take in. You're going to take $1,000 and donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $800 for yourself. You've accumulated $1,730 just in the cash tripler. That's $4,695 that you've accumulated to this point. And the 9th day of the cash tripler is now the 7th day of the $5 freedom process. So now the 3 people are donating to you $320 each. That's $960. You're going to take $640 of that, donate it to your inviter, and you're going to keep $320. That's $635 that you've accumulated in the $5 freedom process. That takes you over $5,015 to this point. So in 5.5 weeks, you've accumulated $5,015 from a $1 one-time out-of-pocket. Okay. Honesty, integrity, commitment to wiping out debt and wiping out poverty. And just stay disciplined to the process. It's a mindset. Now watch this. The 12th donation day, remember, donation day is when? Mondays and Thursdays of each week. So on the 12th day, the 12th donation day, which is the end of 6 weeks of this process, in the dollar process, your 3 people now will donate to you $1,000 each. That's $3,000 that you take in. You're going to take $1,000, send it to your inviter, and you're going to keep $2,000 for yourself. You've just accumulated $4,647 just in the $1 process, taking you over $7,015 to this point. All anyone ever put into this was $1, one time, out of pocket. Money is not the issue here. The people are the issue. Honesty, integrity, and commitment, and stay disciplined to this process, and you get over $7,015 in 6 weeks. Now, at this point in the process, you will now only donate on Tuesdays at this point. When you receive $3,000 from 3 people and you donate $1,000 to your inviter and keep $2,000, now after this day you will start to donate on Tuesdays of each week. Just Tuesdays. You will no longer be on Mondays and Thursdays. Just Tuesdays of each week. You will donate $1,000. Okay? Now, the 12th day of the $1 process is the 10th day in the $3 cash tripler process. Now, watch this. The 3 people are now donating to you $1,000 each. That's $3,000 in the cash tripler. You're going to take $1,000, donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $2,000 for yourself. That's $3,730 that you've accumulated just in the cash tripler. That takes you over $9,015 that you've accumulated to this point. At this point, you will start to donate $1,000 each week to your inviter from this point on for the cash tripler. So now each week you're keeping $2,000 in the $1 process, and you're keeping $2,000 in the cash tripler. And all this started with just $1, one time out of pocket. Now, the 10th day of the cash tripler is the 8th day of the $5 freedom. So now the three people are donating to you $640 in the $5 freedom is $1,920. You're going to take $1,000, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $920 for yourself. That's a total of $1,555 on that donation day that you've accumulated just in the $5 freedom. The next donation day, they're going to also donate to you $1,000 each. That's $3,000 that you bring in. You're going to take $1,000 and donate that to your inviter. And you're going to keep $2,000 for yourself. Now you've accumulated $3,555 in the $5 freedom process. That takes you over $11,935. All that within 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks. At this point, you will only donate $1,000 to your inviter every Tuesday of each week, as long as these three people are donating to you. So now that means you're receiving you're keeping $2,000 a week in the $1 process. You're keeping $2,000 a week in the $3 cash tripler, and you're keeping $2,000 a week in the $5 freedom process. And you only started out with what? $1, one time, out of pocket. Money is not the issue in this process. Honesty, integrity, and committed to wiping out debt and wiping out poverty in our community. And staying disciplined to this process. This is the main factor that we're dealing with, because money is no issue here. See, we've gotten involved in other things, and you got to put in money and you hope you make your money back, and some people can't get involved in things because they don't have the money. But that's not the issue here in this process. That's why our focus is on building the community. If you build the community, the money will hunt you down. It will hunt you down. But now, let's keep it real. We're going to keep it real here. These three people right here, we're dealing with three individuals. All right? They may not be attuned to this. See, when you're dealing with individuals, they're unpredictable. When you're dealing with the masses, that's more predictable. So that's why it's important for each individual that get into this process to have honesty, integrity, and they're committed to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty. That's why I keep going over that over and over and over again. Because that's what it's going to take. Because there's no platform to go to. There's no software keeping track of this for you. Okay? You're in control. The people are in control. And as long as people are in control, it's very easily that it can break down. Right? So you have to develop those traits, honesty, integrity, and commitment, and be disciplined about this process as much as you possibly can. That is the key. Money is not the issue. All right? That's why I keep saying this over and over again. We are in control. The community, the people in the community are in control. And if we can deal with that, you can see what can happen. So to make sure that this happens, where you get 3 people to donate, you may have to do what? Get more than 3 people. You follow me? You may have to get more than 3 people. And when you're doing that, you have to keep, make sure that you're organized enough. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to get some type of form that you can use to keep track of the donations that you receive. So you can keep track. So you'll know what to donate to the person that invited you and when to donate it. You follow me? I'm telling you, this can change people's lives. There's nobody doing stuff like this out here today. And the way things are today and what we're going through, not just in this country but around the world right now, this is needed in a special way. This is needed more today than ever before. We need people to come together more today than ever before in the history of this planet. We need to come together, and we need to work together. Money is not the issue. The issue is the people. Okay? So now, I'm going to stop talking, and what we want to do at this point is, if you have any questions about this process, please feel free to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Ask any question that you have. All right? Any question that you may have, anything that you don't understand about this process. I tried to go slow. I wanted to go detail by detail so you could see just how this works. Okay?
I have
It's
a
up to
question.
us. Yes, sir. Who's this?
It's Coach Darrell. How are you?
How you doing? How you doing?
Doing good. I came on a little bit late.
Okay.
Did you mention the payment process of how the money's going to be shared and donated?
Good question. Yes. It's totally between you and your inviter, whoever you're donating to, and between you and the person that's donating to you. Now, when we started this process, we started with Cash App, because Cash App is very simple to set up and it's very easy to use. Okay? But you can use whatever you want to use. It's between you and your inviter and you and the people that are donating to you. Now, I will say this. We're waiting on a payment processor. I have another platform that I run, and we're looking to get a payment processor that has an international debit card to it. Okay, and it also has a Bitcoin wallet inside of it. Okay, and so we're looking to get that and implement that within the community. But you can use whatever you want to use. It's totally up to you. See, understand, there is no, we have parameters, part of the process that we want to follow, but you control what you do in this process. It's totally up to you. Like I said, there's no platform. This is not a business. This is not a company. It's just a process. And that's all it is. So you get to do it how you want to do it. It's totally up to you.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions?
Brian,
Yes, sir.
Brian, this is Mike in Dayton, Ohio.
Okay, my man Mike. How you doing, Mike?
I am doing fantastic and amazing, as Mark would say.
Excellent, excellent.
Brian, I've got to ask you.
Yes, sir.
Why is this not a pyramid?
Good question. Good question. This is not a pyramid because, well, first of all, let me say this. most people don't even know what a pyramid is. Okay, that's the first thing. All right. So, you know, most people when they say pyramid, they're thinking of a pyramid scheme where you're investing money, and the first people in put their money in, and the last people in, they take part of that money and give it to the first people that came in. All right, thinking that they're getting a return on their money, on their investment. That's illegal. That's a money game. Okay. Now, the other part of a pyramid, most people don't realize that they actually, the jobs that they work in is a pyramid. It's a pyramid structure. See, because, you know, they have a CEO and managers underneath the CEO, and then supervisors, and then all the workers. That equates to a pyramid, all right? Because it's a structure of a pyramid, a triangle, so to speak. So people get that stuck in their head as a pyramid structure, you know, and they lump that in with the pyramid scheme, and so they just say, oh, is this one of them pyramids? No, it's not. All right? This is just people coming together privately to help one another through sending donations or gifts to one another, and that's it. You're not looking for anything in return when someone sends you a donation or a gift. You're not looking for anything in return when you send that gift to your inviter. So therefore, there's no transaction being done here. Okay? It's just a charitable action being done. So you're getting nothing in return for the money that you give to another person. And this is all a private transfer of money. That's it. So that's why this is not a pyramid.
Can I say something to that in the question comment?
Yes, sir.
In the platform that you described, it cannot be a pyramid because someone on the 5th or 6th level can make more money than you can.
And that's exactly true.
So not everyone on the top is earning.
That's
people
right.
below can make more money. Yeah. So,
that's right. That's right. And that's why people get so confused with network marketing, you know, and MLMs and gifting platforms, because, you know, we have been conditioned to think that those are pyramid schemes, because the people of power don't want people doing these types of things. All right? There's an agenda behind that, and we have to understand that. And that's the reason why we have to come together and do this ourselves. We can't worry about what they want. We have to worry about what we need to do in order for us to get ahead.
Brian?
Okay, and be in control. Yes, sir.
So what are the tax ramifications of this process?
Well, in my opinion, there is no tax ramifications because there is no transaction being done here. Okay, there's no goods and services being moved, and so there's just a gift to one another, or donation to one another, and it's a private transfer of monies to people. This is done in private. This is not done in public. Okay, this is two people that get together and they transfer money from one person to another. So that's not a public transaction. It's not a commerce transaction. It's just two people who come together and they give money from one person to another, and they're not looking for anything in return. So therefore, there is no income here. So if there's no income, there's no taxes involved.
Last question.
Yes.
Go ahead,
Yes.
ma'am.
The young lady?
Yeah, this is Carol from Georgia. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. This is my second time on. The question is, I know you're recording this.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to be replacing this one with the original one we have?
What I'm planning on doing? Yeah, I got called out on that last week. so what? So what I'm planning on doing. This is what I'm gonna do. Let me bring this up real quick. I'm glad you brought that up, so I won't forget. All right, right here. I've created an email for the 135 community. So you want to take this down, 135community.unity@gmail.com. That's 135community@unity@gmail.com. Okay? And you'll be able to send an email to this email inquiring about the video that I'm making right now. And every time we have a call, we will record it. And I'm going to set up a YouTube channel, a 135 community YouTube channel. And all of the webinars that we do will go on that YouTube channel. And you get to pick and choose which one you want to use.
Okay.
Okay?
And this will be available as of?
Say again, I'm sorry.
It will be available as of when?
I'm hoping to have the YouTube channel up by this weekend, hopefully by either tomorrow or Saturday. But if you email, I will definitely get you the recording of this call to you, and then by Friday or Saturday, we should have the channel up, and we'll notify you in reference to that as well. Okay?
Great. Thank you.
Excellent. All right. Any other question? Any other comment? Any other question and comment? This is powerful.
Yes. What is the email to email? What is the email address to email you to?
Okay, it's
there it is.
You see it on the screen?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, there you go. Yes, ma'am. Now, and I'm going to say this too. If there's anybody out there, that wants to contribute by setting up a Facebook page or a telegram, or whatever you call it, telegram or messenger, whatever, one of those social media, I'm not good at that. So if any of you know how to do that and want to do that and monitor something like that for the 135 community, by all means, do that. And just let me know and let us know, and we can support that. And we can all, support that together. This is your community, okay? This is your community. This belongs to everybody. It's not just one person. This is not mine. I'm just doing my part by presenting it for everyone so everyone can understand and get the proper mindset of what we need to do to come together to eradicate debt and poverty. Because we do not want to find ourselves in this position ever again. Of what we're going through right now. Yes, sir.
How long has the 135 community existed?
Exactly 3.5 weeks. we just baby. This is a baby community right now. Okay? And the people that are here right now is, you can literally change the world as we evolve through this process. Because once we tap in to the payment processor that we're hoping to get, our reach is going to be around the world with this process. So we're going to pioneer this, and we're going to revolutionize it. And it's just going to evolve into whatever we want it to be. It's going to be powerful. And I know it's going to be done. It's going to be done. And you guys are the catalysts to getting it done. Good question, though. Anybody else? We want to study this process. We want to get it down pat. We want to be able to transfer this to other people so they can understand it. Because this is going to be powerful. Because, see, understand this. There will be nothing for no one to be able to shut down. No, there's no government agency can come and shut this down. All of you will be leaders in this process. There is no head to this process. Everyone is a leader. Everyone. The ones that can't do this, they will fall to the wayside. And guess what? They will have nothing to lose. Because all you're putting into this is $1. That's it. That's all you can put in it is $1. So there's really nothing to lose. Yes, ma'am.
I have another question for you. I know the calls are on Tuesdays.
Mondays and Thursdays. Yes.
Mondays and Thursdays. Okay.
We do that on Mondays and Thursdays because those are donation days.
So, if, for instance, there's a group, take for instance, I have a group of people, at least 10 people. Is there any way in between those calls, like on another day, is there someone available that could do a webinar for a group, if that ever comes up?
Yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to do that, that's up to anyone else that wants to do that. I'm only going to do it on a Monday and a Thursday.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This slide deck is available to us.
The slides? Oh yes. If you want the slides and you want to do a call, by all means, email and we will get you the slides.
Great.
You're in control. You're in charge.
Thank you.
This is different than MLM now. This ain't MLM and this ain't network market. No, this is taking a penny and compounding it every day for 30 days. That's what we're doing.
So everybody gets a website in the back office?
No, there is no back office. There's no website.
Okay.
I encourage you to have some type of form that way you can keep track of your donations. See, because you have to do everything. This is your baby. This is your.
But
this
it's
is
not
your,
that much.
Say again.
I said, but it's not that much.
Yeah. It's not that much. It's not that much to put in, and it's not that much to do. It's just keeping it simple. See, we tend to complicate things. We're used to that. We're used to complicating things. We think things are supposed to be complicated, but they're not. If we can concentrate on keeping this as simple as possible, there's nobody to chase. There's nobody to run down. You're not going to run nobody down for $1. This is all about voluntarily coming together to work with one another in a special way. That's why you need honesty, integrity, and commitment. And most of all, being disciplined to the process. That's all. That's what it takes. It's the people. The people is what make this work, not the money. The money is a byproduct of the people coming together and working together. Make sense? Anybody else? This is good stuff. People hear this on the recording. They can get the sense of what this is all about. That's it. All right, so anybody that's new, get with the person that invited you. Get with them. Today is D-Day. This is donation day. Get with them, send them $1. And so, therefore, by Monday, you want to have your 3 people on Monday starting your donation process. That's all. That's all it is. It's just that simple. And then we just
Brian,
keep it going.
Can someone get started and they maybe not have 3 people, but they've got 1 or 2? Can they go ahead and donate $1 and then work on getting their 3rd person?
Yes,
maybe
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So they don't have to have all 3 people all together on Monday.
No. And that's a very good question, because if you get 2 people and you don't get your 3rd person, that's okay. That's okay. Once you get your 3rd person, then that's when you'll donate to your inviter. That's when you'll donate to your inviter. Now also keep in mind, and I'm going to be sending out, that's why I want people to send an email, because I'm going to be sending out a guideline of a 135 process guidelines. And there's not very many on there. It's going to be, maybe about 10 things on there. And one of the most important ones on there is if, say for instance, you get one person that takes this all the way to fruition, and that one person gets to the point to where they donate to you $1,000 every Tuesday. $1,000 every Tuesday. But the thing is, you only have that one person. You only have that one person, and you're still working on your other 2 getting through the process. That's okay. But it's only right, and it's totally up to you, okay? Nobody is going to monitor you or anything, because this is your deal. But it's only right, and this is where integrity comes in at. It's only right if you receive $1,000 from a person that you invited on every Tuesday. It's only right that you take 1/3 of that $1,000 and you donate that to your inviter. It's only right. And that's going to be in the guidelines. You don't have to do that, but it's only the right thing to do. And then also, just to let you know, if you get your 3 people and you're receiving $1,000 from 3 people, and you're donating $1,000 to your person that you donate to, and you're keeping $2,000 every week, any other people that you bring in after your 3, they all those donations stay with you. You only donate to your inviter that $1,000 a week. That's it. So if you got 10 people and they all reach the $1,000 level, and you're receiving $1,000 from 10 people, out of that $1,000, you're only giving, out of those 10 people giving you $1,000, you're only sending your inviter $1,000 every week. That's powerful. So that's the incentive to go and get as many people into this process as you can. Because the only person you're dealing with is your inviter and the people that you bring in. That's it. Like I said, you ain't never seen nothing like this before. All right. Any other questions? Any other comments? And I will. As soon as I get that guideline finished, I will be sending that out to anybody that emails the 135 email address, and it will go out to the people that I invited. So
your platform shows 3, but you can have a limited
exactly.
level.
Yes.
Okay.
Unlimited amount of people that you can bring in. See, the process only takes 3 people, but if you get more than 3 people, okay, then that's to your advantage. There's no force field matrix here or any of that. It's just getting 3 people who can donate to you, so you can donate to your inviter. If you get more than 3 people, that's just more donations that you receive. And everybody has the same opportunity to do the same thing.
So sky's the limit on a rocket ship.
That's it. Because we want people going out here helping as many people as possible. Because understand, once we get through this process and we evolve through this process, then we're going to be showing you what to do with that money. Because you don't want to be putting that money in the bank. Trust me. You're going to want to funnel that money in a whole different way.
Get it into the irrevocable trust.
There you go. Buying some gold and silver.
Mm-hmm.
Learning how to deal with cryptocurrencies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's going to be an education. It's going to be an education.
Forex trading.
There you go. There's so many different things that we can do to stay free.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we have to teach. We have to teach this to each other.
Yeah.
Because nobody's trying to teach it to us. So we got to do it ourselves. And that's why we have to have those attributes in order to build this community. See, this community is going to be for everybody, but everybody is not going to be for this community because they're not mentally prepared for this. All right. Any other questions? Any other comments? Hey, this was a good call. Good call. All right. So if you don't have anything else, yes, be sure 135community.unity@gmail.com. Okay. This call is recorded, and it will be going out either tomorrow or Saturday, and we will have a YouTube channel, the 135 Community YouTube channel. Okay. So with that, thank you for coming to the call. Great questions, and we'll be back here on Monday at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So with that, everybody, have a great day, and peace and blessings. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night.